Yo, what's up guys? You got your boy Andre here. Welcome to another video. So for this video, I'm playing some PDK. So this is the list that was submitted to me by my girl Thanni. I did actually work on the list a little bit before I played it. So let me go and actually show you guys the deck list so you guys see what I'm talking about. So it's an idea that she's had for a while, and that one that I've shared the same sentiments for. Playing the non-rampy version of PDK. The reason why I don't like playing the the issue that I have with playing the rampy version of PDK is that sometimes your turns kind of get kind of clunky, especially now that that PDK herself costs 4 mana. That does make playing certain things kind of difficult. Like for example, if you want to go ahead and forever, you only have 6 mana. Sorry, you only have 5 mana left. So if you want to play PDK, you can't play anything with it. And then it just makes your turns kind of awkward overall. But yeah, so this list this is the list after I made changes to it. So in her list, she had 2 Sybil. I didn't really agree with this, and I think she just said that she only had 2 Sybil, which is why she put it, which is why she put it that way. There was 2 Elder Tortoise as well, and then the Oro that I have was a second Zeus in her list, I believe, and I think it's all the changes. But yeah, it's pretty simple and to the point. Just you do things in the early game, you play PDK on 7 or 8, you can't start going off of that. You then if you ever have a board, you just kind of you slam Ina, then you slam Zeus, you slam Hawk as well, or you slam Aura, and you just kind of win games that way. Yeah, deck is a lot of fun, and today I'll be showing you guys 4 games with it. So for the Elder Tortoise, it wasn't even that I hated it. It's just that I didn't realize I didn't have it when when I finished doctoring the list. And then after I played the games, I was like, okay, well, yeah. So the first game is versus Sword. I'll get in full keep this entire hand. The reason I'm full keep this entire hand is because this gives me everything I want. I'm going second. So I have something to play on 2. Then I'll go ahead and set up for the later on 4. I have another thing to play on 3 that draws me a card in the process. So this way, if I change my mind and I choose to go Ayla instead, that'll also be fine. And it's a solid hand. I'm about to draw a lot of cards. I pick up the Matilda as well, so it's I'm just oh my god, this is gonna be sick. He plays up here at Singer on 3 after having passed on 2, so I'm going to assume that he's Control Sword. That's great because PDK has a great time versus Control Sword overall. Just because Sword in general, they don't have solid answers to PDK. Additionally, what answers that they do have, a lot of people tend to just throw away because this is a matchup where you need to save your Naruto Blast. You cannot play your Naruto Blast on anything in this matchup, especially after I tell you that on PDK. So here, I top deck the Ayla. I'm going to go ahead and play the Ayla. I'm going to go ahead and, ignore the game plan that I went for initially and just evolve the Ayla because I want the ramp. I have the PDK in my hand, which is why it's okay for me to do that because next turn I have Blaze anyway. So I can just go ahead and, say next turn I can go ahead and go Lyrio plus, Singer or something like that, and that'll be great. And then just, set up for my PDK on turn 7. Here, yep, he gives me the Naruto Blast again. If you see your dragon opponent play Matilda, they are PDK. No other dragon deck plays Matilda. Hell, not even aggro dragon as far as I know plays Matilda. If you see the Matilda, they're PDK. Don't use your Shield of Flame because the Shield of Flame is how you don't lose this matchup. Or sorry, is how you don't lose this matchup immediately. Anyway, so now when I top deck the Sybil again, I'm just gonna forego my initial game plans because again I want the ramp. I'll take the ramp when I can get it. Additionally, now the Sybil being in play guarantees that it doesn't matter what he plays this turn. He just used the Shield of Flame. That if he has second Shield of Flame, he's going to use it now. If he uses that, then he won't have a third for the PDK, which means the PDK can just go ahead and come through. He plays with the Geno, so he still has his 2 evolve points. That's fine. I don't care because now my PDK is about to come through. So I'll go ahead and play at the PDK. I'll go and play at the Aficionado. You play at the Aficionado here because you want to go ahead and you want to hold the pings on the. Yeah, sorry. You want to go ahead and you want to hold the ping from the Fire Lizard, as well as not telegraph. They have the Matilda as well. Or sorry, they have the second Matilda as well. So here he plays a frontline Cavalier, but he can't really do anything. Any board that he makes, I'm going to dismantle it because he gave me his Shield of Flame, and yeah, it's gonna be very, very difficult from to win because he has to use an Evo for not Albert, and yeah. Yep. So I'm allowed to untap with my PDK. That's great, because now, yep, I'm just going to blow up that entire board. So I'll go ahead and go Matilda first. I immediately hit the sorry. I immediately hit the Cavalier. That's a great. So now it just dies for free immediately. I don't have to like do any guesswork, and I can even play like whatever I want now after this part. But I'll choose to go ahead and give up the second Spy Lizard. This way, I just can remove everything. Just be as safe as possible. I'll play Singer. Yes, you can argue that draw lasts or whatever, but like in this particular instance, it didn't matter what I could have drawn. Like there was no way that wasn't gonna make this exact same play. But yeah, you do generally want to draw first when you have the option to. So he plays that Luminous Mage as well as Momo, but yet again, that's not good enough. He doesn't try to go for the value trades or anything like that, just because like it all gets mopped up on the board. Here I'll go ahead and play out Lyriel. Then I'll go ahead and play out my Aina. To be quite honest with you, technically this was a misplay. I didn't evolve the PDK on the off chance that there was like some reason for me to evolve the PDK, but I knew like the second I had the Aina that I was going to do exactly this. So I should have evolved the PDK last turn. If I evolved the PDK last turn, I get a little bit more damage. I get about 2 more damage. So, but yeah, I'll go ahead and make the evolve now. After making sure to Breathless Salamander, I'll go ahead and evolve. So this is now 9/7. Crack him in the dome for 12, and he concedes immediately because he still can't get rid of the PDK. Like he can't get rid of the PDK. I have the Oro as backup, even if he tries to ward up. I have the Zeus again. There's not much he can do. Like he just needed to not shield the flame, and then he would have been fine. Well, not like fine, but he would have been in a much better spot. Because like when the Dragon player doesn't have the PDK, like they're playing like slightly worse cards, but. Alright, on to the second game. I'm versus Sword again. Like when I was versus Sword again, that surprised the crap out of me because like Sword, as far as I know, like I believe last time I checked like Shadowlog or last time I was like told about how they're doing in the metagame that they don't have like a super positive win rate. I think it's like just below 50%. And I know a lot of people have like a hard on for like Sword is like always terrible or whatever, something like that. So I just wasn't expecting it to be played today. But. So he passed on 2 again. This kind of infers me that he might be Control Sword because like right now a lot of people are playing like slower sword lists. I'm not really sure how I feel about that, but so here, this is a big one. Never make this trade. That is a terrible trade. Like. You lose 2 damage. You know that I have the answer to you trying to value trade into me. Like I don't like. Is it just a case of him like not reading cards? I don't know. But yeah, like never do what my opponent just did there. Anyway, because he missed the 2 damage, I'm not gonna care. Because at this point I'm just assuming he's probably just gonna like trade into my Singer anyway, and I'll just like heal. I'll just like heal for 4. Yep. So he makes the trade again. I'm like, wow, I don't understand. Here he plays like his Lance of the Tempest. To be honest with you, I dislike this play on a lot of different levels. The reason why I dislike this play is because like, okay, what is Dragon most likely going to do on their turn 4? They're gonna go ahead and play Ayla. They're gonna go ahead and play Ayla and then evolve over that for free. Like Lance of the Tempest again, with you knowing that I'm playing a lot of like weenie creatures, I would just save it for 7. I would just like save it for 7 because like. You're at 20 HP. You're at 20 HP. You know that you can evolve over this next turn if you have like the Luminous Mage, which you probably do, or you can just like trade into it with the Geno. But letting me get a free value trade like this is not good. But instead, I have the even bigger punish of just going Lyriel and Fire Lizard to go ahead and get a free kill. Yeah, you can use your pings in tandem like this to go ahead and mop up boards for free. It's why PDK is like pretty good versus aggro. So here he plays a Lyriel of his own. So then, like when he played the Lyriel, it did then make sense to me that okay, he was trying to set up for a Lyriel, but like yeah, but his turn 5 is not good because he basically just like passed his turn. So what I'll do here is I'll actually kind of play out the Aficionado. If I had the Ayla, what I would have done is I actually would have gone Dragon Horde and then play Ayla, then evolve the Ayla, and then like go ahead and start going off of PDK either next turn or the turn after. But here he goes support cannon on 5. I'm like, okay. So a funny story. I have a lot of screenshots of people going like support cannon on 5 to me, like, and they always lose. Like, don't just like slam support cannon on 5. I mean, granted, in this case, like he was allowed to do so because like I didn't do anything on my turn like turn 5, but it's not really a play you should go for. But hey. So here I'll go ahead and slam down my Aina. You might be wondering, why didn't you ramp, Nandro? The reason why I didn't ramp is because like the ramp doesn't really do anything for me, at least not this turn. In that well, what am I gonna play on 8 mana? Like there's nothing I'm playing on 8 mana. Like, yeah, you could argue that I could play the Aussie Hawk on 8 mana, but like that's not, I don't know. It just wasn't something that like appealed to me, so I just like chose not to do it. I also don't need to heal as well. That's the other big thing. I'll go ahead and I'll evolve the Aficionado as opposed to Ines. This way I can play around Maisie. Here he goes Roundtable Assembly. I'm like, wow. To pull out Romeo and Juliet. So unfortunately for me, he has a second Lyrial. He got the snipe in the best way he needed it. So, yep. So now I can full claim my board, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine by me. I don't care. So here, what I'll go ahead and do is I'll actually go ahead and play out the Scyther, and I'll go ahead and play out the Singer as well. So to be honest with you, this is actually like my first time versus support cannon with PDK, and I'm pretty sure it because he has the support cannon play, that like it won't matter if I have the evolve or not on my that it won't matter whether or not I have the evolve for my PDK, because if he gets lucky with snipes, he can still kill it. So I'll just go ahead and make the trade like this. I didn't even need to evolve if I didn't want to, because like I saw the PDK to go off with. But here he plays at Roland like I expected. That's fine. I don't care. I draw the Ayla. Yep. Alright, so really quick, I could have actually gone PDK, Maelstrom, Ayla. That would have full cleared that and pushed 2 damage, but I don't like making that play because then it makes it so my board is just PDK and a summoner, and an Ayla, which makes it really susceptible to dying. So instead, I'll go ahead and actually go Sybil plus Scyther. So this way, I'm now at 10 mana. At 10 mana, this is where PDK shines, because you can go PDK into 2-drop, 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 and push at least 3 to say 7 damage, maybe even more. Here he plays out Albert. Yep. Gets to push 3 damage, but that doesn't matter because I can clear that for free. I even top deck the Ayla, the Summoner as well, so now I can just go PDK into Summoner. Pick up a second Ayla. Go ahead and kill this Albert for free, and push a total of 5 damage this turn. So now he's at, I believe, 7 HP. He's actually dead on board if he doesn't do anything. Instead, he plays that round table to get double Romeo. I'm like, wow. Has the Shield of Flame, but like the damage is already done. He plays that Lance of the Tempest. To then full clear. To be quite honest with you, I really disliked him using Lance of the Tempest there at the end. I think you have not one but double 3 HP wards. I can't actually bust through that. Or sorry, as on board I can't really bust through that, and I don't think it's like super scary if you just like leave the 2 damage in play. So I don't think I would have done that in his case. I think I would just you know, save the Lancer of the Tempest for next turn, because like you're out of cards. I have a billion cards in my hand, so I'll go off with the second wave of PDK. I top deck the Matilda as well, so now I can full clear it yet again. And it doesn't matter that he has the Durandal in play, because like all of my damage is just coming like in increments of 1 or 2. So, oh, and he's also not able to develop a board. But like this is how you beat Sword, by the way. After they play Durandal, like you don't have to worry about killing them. Like the only thing you have to worry about is just like them not having a board. If they don't have a board, you can just do whatever you want, and they'll just lose. Like, so yeah, my opponent just concedes. Like it didn't matter what it was that he played the next turn, because like if he doesn't ever ward up, I just have Ozzy and Zeus in the back, just chilling. Alright, I'm going to show you guys the dragon game last. I'll get to show you guys the sword game first. But yeah, like my last one, he just made like a lot of like misplays and whatnot, and that kind of like came back to bite him in the ass. So I'll toss back the Dragon Horde. Dragon Horde, in my opinion, is a card that like I like top decking it, but I don't like having it in my opening hand. Like just because like it's kind of cumbersome to your hand, and it kind of makes your hand kind of bulky for no reason. Because like I have a lot of cards around this deck, so. He plays with the Active Sperry. The Active Sperry now confirms to me that he's Neutral Sword. So to be quite honest with you, that's actually really scary because Neutral Sword is one of the few sword decks that has another like natural answer to that of the PDK and that of Maisie. So I need to like try to pressure his evolve points early on if I can. I'll play at the Lyra as opposed to playing at the Ella. I'm holding on to the Ella because I'm going second. He plays out Cinderella here, so this was a big deal. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to go for an all-in play. And what I'll do is I'll actually go and trade into this, and then I'll develop my Scyther. I develop my Scyther because like the odds of him having a Shield of Flame are pretty low. If he doesn't have the Shield of Flame, that's great. That means I just probably like win the game on the spot. Like he either needs to have Kuhulin, Shield of Flame, or some form of like rush unit, but I'm not putting him on having any of those. So this is like the best way for me to deal with this, because if I don't make this play now, then I have to risk like my evolve unit dying to the Cinderella for free. So here he just plays that Angel of the Word, and he doesn't have it. That means his Cinderella is now dead. So I'll go ahead and kill out the Cinderella. I'll then can play at Summoner. You always play at the Summoner first as playing up the Ayala first, because you don't want him to know that you have a different dragon unit in your hand. Like you want to feed him misinformation if possible. So I'll go and evolve the Ayala. This is nice because now I have the curve of Sybil on 5, into Zonitra on 6, into say Zeus, and then Aina on the turns afterwards. Like so I have a disgusting turn. I have disgusting sequences of turns coming up, because like this is a lot of pressure. This plus this, a lot of pressure. Zeus should be able to mop him up. Here he just gets Angel of the Word to ping, and like wow, he actually had a third ping, but that's fine. This is actually great for me because like this is one of his two evos. Sorry, this is one of his two non-commander evos. So that means that if he wants to ever have an evo for Maisie, he has to hold his last evo here. If he's holding his last evo for Maisie, that means he's not going to be holding it for Albert, which puts me in a great spot. Yes, my Sybil dies on board, but I'm still going to make this wide trade, because if you don't make this trade here, you die to, or sorry, you get blown back by Maisie. Here he plays Kiss of the Princess. So here, when he played Kiss of the Princess, like wow. So my boy Ultpri has actually been like trying to convince me to do this for a while. But yeah, Kiss of the Princess is one of those cards that like it's actually a lot better than people give it credit for, especially now. Just because like it's really difficult to deal with a creature that gets buffed, especially if you went first. But yeah, so now he just has a 4/6. He suicides his unit to protect his 4/6 because like he realizes that like, oh well, the only way I can answer that is with Scyther. So what I'll do instead is actually going to play at the PDK. I'm not going to evolve. I'm not going to do anything else. Well, I'll go and play at the Prishnata, of course, but like, I'm not going to evolve the trade or try to play around that or whatever. Like, if he wants to trade, he'll trade. If he doesn't want to trade, that's fine. I'll just have the Sybil just sitting and play, just healing me for days. He plays out Albert here, and then he makes the trade. I don't understand why he made the trade, but yeah, he makes the trade and then just like concedes because like he's out of gas. He's out of gas. He used up his last evolve. He used up his last evolve to make some like questionable trade, and yeah, like he just got blown back. Alright, now for the last game. This game's gonna be Versus Dragon. The reason why I saved this game for last is because like this is the last three games they were like whatever. Like PDK is just like massively favored versus those, but Versus Dragon, if I'm versus Dragon, I'm heavily unfavored, just because like PDK is more of like mid-range like Storm, and Dragon usually out heals that, and if you out heal a Storm deck, then they're kind of just out of gas. Like they don't have anything up, they don't have anything left, and they lose. So. But yeah, so I'll get and toss back the Zern and the Oro. like those cards are great in this matchup. It's just I don't want them early because I don't have I'm not playing oracles or anything like that, so I can't justify keeping them. So I pick up a great curve. Alright, as always, when you versus Dragon Player, you go ahead and check the mulligans. We see that he drew 1 card, so we know that an Oracle is coming out in this turn. That's fine. He's going second, which means he has the Ayala advantage as well. Instead, he plays out a Blazing Breath immediately. I was really curious about this, but because I don't think I would keep Blazing Breath in the mirror. Like that's such a questionable line. I'll go and play with the Aficionado. He plays his Dragoon Scyther. I'm like, okay, that's I didn't really agree with this either because it just dies for free, and the only thing you do is you just soak up 1 damage. But I'm actually going to go ahead and go a step further. The reason why I'm going to go ahead and use the Breath of Lavender here is because like using the Breath of Lavender for enhanced 6 in this matchup, unless he himself is also PDK, is pretty feels bad, man. So I'm just not going to do that. Like the odds of him being PDK are so low. I'm just going to not play around that. And so I'll go ahead and collect my three face damage here. Because even if he has Ayala this turn, which is fine, which is what I expected, like, that's still fine because I can just go ahead and clear it off with the Fire Drake Whelp. If he tries to remove the Fire Drake Whelp, I can still just go ahead and clear it off with the Fire Lizard, and that'll be great. So here I top deck my own Ayala, and I'm like, okay, that's great. This is actually super great because next turn is my Zernicha. So this turn, if I can try to bait him into using a Breath of Lavender, he's going to lose the game on the spot to the Zernicha because Zernicha Evo is a billion stats in play. So I'll go and collect my 2 face damage as well, and I'll go and play up the Fire Lizard. I play up the Fire Lizard because I want him to Breath of Lavender on this board, like because him playing Civil onto this board is so bad, and I just want to bait him so hard. But yep, no, he still plays Civil out anyway. That's fine, I don't care. Because he gives me yet another Revolve point. Next turn he's going to be on 8 mana. So he won't even be able to play out. He won't even be able to play Israel if he won't even be able to play Israel if that's like what he wants to go for. And now I just go for the Zern. I go for the Zern this turn because Zern is the word. Like, however, I'm actually gonna make a very heads up play. I'll go ahead and make the evolve points, obviously. And I'll go ahead and actually, I won't suicide my Zern. I'll actually go ahead and suicide my Aficionado. The reason why I'm going to keep my Zern alive is because keeping my Zern alive actually matters a lot because it makes it so that like my Scythers get buffed, my Maelstrom Dragons, my Dragon Hordes get buffed, and that pushes them out of range of Breath of Lavender and things like that. So, well, as long as I keep the 2 HP units alive, but yeah. He plays a Dragon Summoner, so this is actually super great for me. So right now, this is a scary part of the game. The reason being is that, like, next turn, he's going to Bahamut. I'm also really far behind on my storm damage, so I can't even, like, try to, like, cheese him out and just be like, okay, well, if you have the Bahamut, you have the Bahamut, I'm still gonna kill you. So what I'll do instead is I'll actually go ahead and trade. I'll play out a Dragon Horde. Just 1. I'll go face for 6. I'll play out the Maelstrom Dragon, and I'll go ahead and actually value trade. To be honest with you, you shouldn't make this value trade, but I'm choosing to do it because I want to play around Sahawk Whale. So if he wants to drop the Baja, he can drop the Baja here. That's fine. I'll just go and kill it. And instead, he plays the Ozzy Dahaka as well as Dragon Summoner to make a value trade. Like, that's a super feels bad man play. Because he's still, like, because right now I have a lot of damage. I don't think I can kill him this turn, but I can kill him, like, next turn. However, he does have a lot of damage himself, so I want to go ahead and I want to try to be safe. Let's see, 6, like, I'm pretty sure he's like, he doesn't have enough damage to kill me on the crackback if I just went ahead and set bucket and went base, but like, but still, I want to, again, be safe. So here, to be honest with you, I actually did mess up this turn. I did get lucky by rolling the 50-50, but the correct play is to actually go ahead and, trade this in first. You trade this in first, this way this dies, and this way you get to just clear this for free, and you still get to keep your damage. But I won the 50-50, and I'm like, okay, so I'll go and play up the Scyther here as well. I play up the Scyther because this actually sets up lethal. It sets up lethal. I'm at 20, so there's nothing like silly I can die to. I didn't want to like do the math or anything like that to see if like queen combos or anything like that would kill me if I left the Ozzy Dahaka alive. But I want to again, remove everything, put pressure on him to make him wonder, okay, well, what do I do now? Like, is there anything I can do now? Like, because I want to coerce him into thinking that Bahamut's the correct play, but Bahamut is not the correct play, and yep, I just go ahead and win with the Aussie to Haka. Like, the big thing about this game is that, like, he just didn't have the Bahamut. He didn't have the Bahamut. He didn't like fall into the Breathless Salamander trap. If he had fallen into the Breathless Salamander trap, he would have lost a lot harder, I think. But yeah, but I'm able to just like take the game in a pretty grand fashion, despite it being a very, very unfavorable matchup, just because like I had all of what I needed to have, and while he did have the ramp, he just didn't have anything to go after the ramp. Like, so sometimes you can just like ramp into nothing, and that's pretty awful. But yeah, so this is the deck. These were the games. If you enjoyed the video, go and leave a like, go and hit subscribe, and if you haven't, let me know what you think about PDK midrange down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching.